Alright guys, so right now I'm going to show you how to do some rock painting. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this demo for a long time.
You can see I've got some rocks here, some that I've already done, and I'll show you how to do these kinds of things. When you go out and look for rocks, a few things to keep in mind. You don't have to look for perfectly smooth rocks. If you can't find any, that's okay. You can have, I have some really rough rocks here as well that you can use. If you want to use small rocks, that's okay too. You can do fun things with small rocks. I used a lot of different materials to do the rocks that I've done here in the middle. This one over here, I just glued some googly eyes onto it. I just glued them on with just a little dab of Elmer's glue. You can just use markers as well. I did this rainbow with these Crayola markers. And also if you want to use Sharpies, you can do Sharpie as well. I use these Sharpies to do this rainbow. Both work really well, so if you want to use regular Crayola markers, you can. If you have Sharpies, you can do that too. If you have metallic Sharpies, you can also use those. That's what I did on this rock. And you can also use paint. If you have any kind of liquid paint, watercolor won't show up. If you have like the liquid tempera paints, or if you have acrylic paint at home, they will show up, and that's what I did both of these rocks with. I did this bee with the acrylic paint, and I also did this one. There's also some other materials I use. Like I said, I used masking tape. I also used Q-tips. A few things to keep in mind when you are getting your rocks.
When you find them outside, take something with you to collect them in, like a bag, and then when you get home, you need to wash them. Alright, I washed my rocks, I scrubbed them all down, and then I let them dry
before you paint on them. And make sure you wash your hands when you come back inside. So I'm gonna write first. So I have my paint here.
You don't need a whole lot of water in order to rock paint. You want your brush wet, but you don't want a lot of water in it. So get your brush wet, but then dry a lot of it off on a paper towel so it's just a little bit damp.
And it will take, you will need quite a bit of paint, and you'll probably have to do layers. So you'll probably do one layer, let it dry, then do another layer.
Alright, then I'm just gonna start.
And you want to lay it on pretty thick. See, that was pretty thin, so I need a little more paint on my brush.
Alright. And you're gonna want to use a small brush. Alright, if you have options with your brushes, pick a tiny one. Alright, you'll have more control with a small brush.
Alright, so I got the A done. Clean off my brush. Alright, so can you guys see that? Alright, ooh, I'm getting a lot of glare on it. Alright, so I got the A done.
Remember, you want quite a bit of paint on your brush. You want it to be pretty thick, so it will show up. Alright. Alright, one thing I encourage you to do is to experiment. You may not have the same art supplies I do. Look through your home, find out what you have. Alright, just because you don't have exactly the same thing that I have doesn't mean that you can't make some art. Doesn't mean you can't paint rocks. So, one of the reasons I grabbed so many was so that I could experiment. Now we can add some fun stuff. Alright. Alright, and you don't, that is really wet. Alright, you do not have to go out and get as many rocks as I did. If you want to, and if you can, great, go do it. But if you do not have a lot of rocks near you, that's alright. Just, all you need is one. Ta-da! Art! Yay! Alright, so I'm going to set that one off to the side so it can dry. Alright. Alright, so to do the dots like I did on this rock, all I used my paint, and instead of using a paintbrush, I used Q-tips. I had one for each color. What I did is I just got a lot of paint on the tip of my Q-tip, and then I just press it straight down on the rock. You may have to do it a couple times. First time I press down firmly, and then the next time I do it pretty gently. Alright, because I want to fill in the area and make it really yellow. Another thing I'll probably do is I'm going to let this dry and then add more layers of yellow on top of it. Alright, so let's start with that. I'm going to grab a bunch of white. Okay. And then I'm just going to go around and make all the dots. Remember, if you start seeing it look kind of weird, like you can see my holes, right, they're not quite filled in, so I can get more paint on my Q-tip and then just go back and carefully fill them in. Alright. Now I got a little baby on the rock. Alright. So, and then I think you need some leaves, so I'm just going to keep using Q-tips. Alright, so if you don't have any paintbrushes at home, that's totally fine. You can just use Q-tips for the whole thing. You can just paint away with a Q-tip. Alrighty, so that is how, right, and then once this dries, I will probably go back over it with another layer of paint.
Alrighty, let's move on. I'm going to show you how to use, how you can use Sharpies on your rocks.
One of the things you can do is you can use masking tape. I have already placed my masking tape on this rock. All right, I just want to paint the bottom of it. So, and I wanted to make sure I had a crisp edge on my rock. So make sure when you're using your tape, don't just randomly put it on. Think about what you want it to look like, because whatever this edge of the tape looks like, that is what your edge on your of your color will look like. So going all the way around, make sure very carefully that you lay this edge of the tape exactly where you want it. If you want to make a design, like you could do zigzag lines and things, just make sure that this edge is a zigzag edge, and you can do that. I'm going to use my gold metallic Sharpies. I'm just going to color the whole thing gold. Normally, to do this big of a space, I would actually use paint, except I don't have any metallic paint at home. So I'm just going to use what I have and use my Sharpies.
Alright, so if you when you're using a Sharpie, don't try and cover whole big areas all at once. Your marker will dry out. Alright, so just focus on filling in one section at a time. And remember, just like when we follow the coloring rules, color in the same direction the whole time. Alright, don't do this and then do this, because those lines will show up on your drawing, and it's going to look janky, so don't do that. So that's looking nice so far. Alright. You know, when you get to these little spots where there are little divots and holes in the rock, it's gonna, your marker's not gonna fill them in right away, so you kind of need to slow down in those areas. You're just gonna draw into those little crevices. Make sure, guys, also that you remember when you go outside to collect your materials. Make sure that you stay at least 6 feet away from other people. All right? You should not be going out in big groups at all. It's just not safe right now. All right? So make sure to stay at least 6 feet away from other people. And if you have a face mask to wear, you can wear a face mask. All right? You know, it is okay to go outside. It's just not okay to go outside in groups. It's not okay to be around other people right now. So make sure you get your parents' permission to go outside. Alright, and get to gather your materials. You could do it together, right? You can go with your family, go on a walk, right? If it's just you and your family, you can go on a walk around the neighborhood, find some cool rocks. Alright. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, and then make sure you put the lids back on your markers so they don't die. Alright, so I'm going to give it a minute. I'm blowing on it. want it to dry. Okay, once it's dry, then you can take off your tape. Go slow. Alright. Alright, and then that's going to go in the trash can. Alright, but then, there we go. I have a cool rock with, look how crisp and beautiful and clean that edge is. So pretty.
So pretty.
I showed you kind of what it looks like, but I had already had the tape on with this one. So now I'm going to do some more masking tape and show you how to put it on for this one. So I've got my rock, it's cleaned. I'm going to grab my tape. And I'm just going to pull off a piece. I think that's like what? Maybe 2 or 3 inches long. So not very long. So decide where you want your line to go. I usually look at the shape of my rocks, all right, to determine how I want my lines to go. So, you know, this rock, it's kind of rounded. I think it's going to be most interesting to have maybe a design that goes this way across my rock. So I'm just going to start. And remember, my focus is that edge, right? This edge of my tape, this is the side where it's going to have my marker. All right, this is the edge that I want. So that I'm going to focus on lining this edge up so that the tape is exactly where I want the edge of my color to be.
Alright, fold it around. Alright, and I just want to have a skinny line here. So I'm going to grab another piece of tape. Alrighty, and I'm going to make my line about this big. Alright, and I'm just going to line up. I want to make sure that the rock that is still there that you can see, I want to make sure that that's an even spacing all the way around so my line isn't thick in some areas and thin in others. And it kind of curves, so I'm going to need to curve my tape a little bit. So, alright, so I liked using the Q-tips instead of the paintbrushes for this. So, I'm just going to go now, and I'm going to pick this up because I know you guys have a hard time seeing with this setup. I'm going to have to fix this setup next time, I promise. But now I can just paint it in, and I don't have to worry about the edges being where I don't want them. Alright, and now I'm going to take the tape off. Remember, be slow. Don't just rip the tape off real fast. This is not a Band-Aid. Go slow. And you can see we've got some really nice lines showing up on my rock. Now you can see it bled a little bit here. I did not do a very good job putting down my tape, so just make sure you're extra careful when you put your tape on. Alright, in the places where it goes down, where there are little divots and holes, just make sure you press extra hard in those areas so that your tape holds. Alright, but now, so that's the start. Alright, so now I can start putting other things. Alright, and you need to be careful because you do kind of get little bubbles that show up when you do this, so just make sure you gotta be extra gentle around those bubbles and kind of pop them, otherwise you'll get weird shapes happening. Alrighty then. So there's that one. Looking super cool and weird. Oh, hang on, let me pull some focus.
Alright, so I have a rock and I want to do a zigzag line right down the middle of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to peel off really tiny pieces.
And I'm just going to put it on. And remember, I'm thinking about, whoops, my edges. Alright, so this edge of my tape is going to be where my line is. So I want to make sure that when I put the tape on, alright, so I'm thinking about this edge, alright? My tape tape doesn't actually look like a zigzag line, but I'm starting to get a zigzag line edge, right? The edge of my tape looks like a zigzag line, right? And so that is what I'm going for here. If you want to use scissors to cut your tape, you can do that as well. Alright, if you're trying to get really precise edges and corners, you could use you could use scissors to cut your tape so that you don't have to worry about these jagged edges.
All right, so I've got my edge, and I'm gonna press it down. I wanna make sure it's really good. I'm gonna paint it. What color should I paint it?
I'm gonna paint it black.
So I'm just gonna take a paintbrush. It's a little bit wet. I got it wet and then I dried it off a lot. All right. But then I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna press on this again. I just wanna make extra sure. All right, and I'm gonna start up at my tape and paint away. All right, and I find it easiest if I start on one side of my rock and work my way to the other side. So you might have to stipple. Stipple is when you go up and down, kind of dot it. You might have to do that a little bit to help fill in some of those little dots and crevices on your rocks.
All right, don't forget about your edges too, all right? You want your edges to look just as purposeful as the rest of it. Remember, especially if you're using a flat brush, your brush has two sides, so if you run out of paint on one side before you get new paint, just flip your brush over. Alrighty, so I'm gonna set that down. I'm gonna clean my brush while it dries.
By the way, you see me drying my paintbrush on the table, that's because I am painting on top of a towel. Alright, this is just an old towel that was super gross, and now I use it to, when I paint and stuff, that way I don't get paint all over my nice table. Whatever surface you're gonna be painting on or drawing on, make sure you put something down. You can put down old newspapers. I've even used like old trash, like bags. Like if you have like grocery bags you're not gonna use, you can put them down. But don't use a towel unless you have your parents' permission to do so, okay? If you have a hair dryer at home, you could also use a hair dryer to dry your paint faster. But I didn't think about that, so I don't have one. So let's try and pull this tape up and see what happens. All right, remember, I'm gonna go slow. All right, so there we go. So just remember, when you're using masking tape, you are paying attention not to the whole piece of tape, but just to that edge. All right, because that edge is gonna decide what everything looks like. I've got my cool mountain kind of thing. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a moon. Here's my cool rock. It's got a little landscape on it. So cute.
All right, so that is rock painting. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep painting all my rocks. So I cannot wait to see all the cool rocks that you guys paint and what your designs are. Your inspiration right now, your materials are nature, your inspiration is nature, but we are not gonna copy Miss Malmberg. So I should not see any of these designs that I did. I should not see any of them on your rocks. So make sure you are making original artworks. You can use Sharpies, you could use metallic Sharpies, you can just use markers. You don't have to have any special equipment to make these. And don't be afraid to experiment. If you use something and then it ends up being really cool, show it to me. I wanna see it. That's it for now. I can't wait to see you guys make. Bye.